Beyond the ceasefire, what are the next steps toward regional security? So we will deal this question with logical points, headings and bullets. So while the Israel-Hamas ceasefire provides a temporary break in violence, the broader question remains: how can long-term regional stability be achieved in the Middle East? The ceasefire is just the beginning of what must be a complex and multifaceted process involving political, economic, and social changes on both sides, as well as broader regional cooperation. So, here are some points, headings, bullets which we will discuss in short, one by one, and then in deep, one by one. So, first one is initiating comprehensive peace talks, then address the Gaza blockade, then economic reconstruction and development, and then disarmament and security arrangements. Fifth one is regional diplomacy and cooperation. Sixth one is strengthening Palestinian governance and unity. Seventh one is building trust through confidence building measures. And eighth one is the global support for peace initiatives. And ninth point deals with regional trade and economic integration. And in the last there will be a conclusion. So we have discussed all these 9 points. Now we will discuss them one by one in detail to bring a better understanding of you people. First one is the initiating comprehensive peace talks. The next logical step is for Israel and the Palestinian leadership to engage in meaningful peace talks. A two-state solution, while long debated, remains a central pillar for many in the international community. Direct negotiations addressing key issues like border security and the status of Jerusalem and the rights of refugees could lay the foundation for a more permanent resolution. However, both parties must overcome significant internal opposition to achieve genuine progress. Second heading is addressing the Gaza blockade. The blockade of Gaza imposed by Israel and Egypt is one of the central issues fueling the conflict. While humanitarian aid can alleviate some immediate suffering, lifting the blockade and allowing for the economic development and trade is crucial for long term stability. Ensuring that Gaza has the means to rebuild its economy will require both international support and changes in Israeli and Egyptian policy. And then third heading is economic reconstruction and development. The long-term peace in Gaza depends on more than just political agreements. It requires sustainable economic development, rebuilding Gaza's infrastructure, providing access to education and healthcare, and creating employment opportunities will be essential. The international community, including the United Nations, European Union, and donor countries, must be prepared to provide the resources for reconstruction. However, this effort must be coupled with improvements in governance to ensure that aid is effectively managed. Fourth one is disarmament and security arrangements. For any long term peace agreement to hold, the issue of disarmament and security must be addressed. This includes both the disarmament of Hamas military wing and the creation of mechanisms to prevent the resurgence of militant groups. Regional security cooperation, potentially involving Egypt, Jordan, and other Arab states, will be essential in granting that peace holds. Additionally, Israeli security concerns, particularly with regard to Hamas weapons capabilities, must be seriously addressed. Fifth one is the regional diplomacy and cooperation. The regional stability will depend on cooperation beyond the Israeli Palestinian conflict. Arab nations, particularly those that have signed normalization agreements with Israel, that are the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and Morocco, have a critical role to play in fostering diplomatic ties and supporting peace talk efforts. Additionally, Iran, which provides support to Hamas, must be engaged diplomatically to ensure that its influence in Gaza does not derail the peace process. The broader regional dynamics, including relations with Syria and Lebanon, also need to be addressed to prevent the spillover of violence. Sixth one is the strengthening Palestinian governance and unity. One of the most significant challenges facing the Palestinian cause is the division between the two main political factions, Hamas and Fatah. A unified Palestinian leadership would be crucial for any long term peace effort. International efforts to mediate reconciliation between these groups could help create a more stable and coherent political entity that could negotiate effectively with Israel. 7.1 is building trust through confidence building measures. Both Israelis and Palestinians need to rebuild trust after years of violence and mistrust. Confidence building measures such as prisoner exchanges, humanitarian aid, and economic incentives can help ease tensions and foster goodwill. Additionally, initiatives that promote people to people connections, such as joint educational programs or cultural exchanges, can contribute to long term peace. Eighth topic is the global support for peace initiatives. International actors must continue to play a vital role in supporting peace talks. The United States, the European Union, and other international powers have the diplomatic influence to push both Israel and Palestine toward negotiations and provide the financial backing for reconstruction and economic development. However, the global powers must act with unity and focus to ensure the peace efforts are not undermined by conflicting interests. Ninth one is the regional trade and economic integration. Economic cooperation and trade between Israel and its Arab neighbors could be a powerful tool for fostering regional stability. The Abraham Accords, which have normalized relations between Israel and several Arab nations, offer a model for broader regional integration. A more connected Middle East where economic cooperation takes precedence over conflict could reduce tensions and create shared prosperity. Now the last heading is conclusion, a long road ahead. While the ceasefire represents a critical first step toward de-escalating violence, the path to regional stability will require persistent effort from all parties involved. Political negotiations, economic development, and regional cooperation will be essential for achieving lasting peace. The next steps beyond the ceasefire will be the true test of whether a new era of stability and cooperation can emerge in the Middle East or whether the cycle of conflict will continue. Thank you for watching.